You guys.
You two really need to be careful if you want to keep this relationship a secret.
While Carter Walton is working toward his goal of building a premium brand, he has a vision of a business that is founded on the principles of elegance, sophistication, and honesty. He is pursuing his passion while also taking a step toward establishing a new legacy with the company, which he hopes will revolutionize high fashion. Nevertheless, there is no such thing as a cheap dream, and securing financing has proven to be more difficult than he had expected it would be. However, this is only the case until a mysterious investor steps in and provides him with the cash boost he so sorely requires. Before anything else, Carter is overjoyed. A significant amount of money has been committed by the silent partner, with only a few demands being made, and they have managed to keep themselves effectively disguised via middlemen and contracts. In spite of this, Carter's excitement begins to be clouded by rumors of suspicion and danger as he continues to delve deeper into his idea. He begins to wonder who exactly is encouraging him to pursue his ambition. He has no idea that his mysterious investor is none other than Sheila Carter, the unpredictable and dangerous lady who has a dark background and an even deeper agenda. He has no idea that she is his secret investment. The climbing of Carter in the world of fashion. Carter has gained a comprehensive understanding of the fashion industry as a result of his tenure as Chief Operating Officer of Forrester Creations. With the launch of his own luxury brand, he is distancing himself from the influence of Forrester in order to develop something that is distinctively his own. It is his intention to make use of materials that are sourced in an ethical manner and to offer a contemporary and inclusive look, which he considers to be lacking in high fashion. The early suggestions that he makes to investors are highly accepted. However, many are hesitant to invest because of the price tags that his designs require. As the excitement of the situation turns into stress, he finds himself wondering whether he will have to resort to extreme means or whether he will have to compromise his vision. Then, out of the blue, his silent partner comes into the picture and provides cash for almost all of his first beginning costs. What Sheila's secret aim is for as long as she can remember, Sheila Carter has been a lady of patience and cunning. And chance presents itself to her when she learns of Carter's endeavor. It is not only an opportunity to acquire money, but it is also an opportunity to once again penetrate the Forrester's world through Carter. Despite the fact that Carter may have some doubts, he is already so engrossed in his joy that he is unable to investigate the history of his unnamed investor. And that is exactly how Sheila would like it to be. In the event that her identity is discovered too quickly, her entire plan may be rendered ineffective. Sheila is taking a long-term approach to her investment in the Carter brand. As she imagines herself lurking in the shadows of the success story, she sees herself as having the opportunity to wield her influence in ways that Carter cannot even fathom. It is not just a financial aim for Sheila, it is also a personal ambition. Should she be successful in acquiring power through Carter, she will eventually be in a position to exert influence over the Forresters as well. A combination of Sheila's deep-seated need for vengeance and her insatiable thirst for power is what propels her forward. It is possible for her to play the role of a puppeteer, guiding Carter's business not only toward success, but also toward her own specific goals, provided that her presence is concealed and her motivations remain unknown. Indications of possibility. For a period of time, Carter completely submerges himself in the world of luxury branding, completely oblivious to the shadowy conditions that are associated with his newly discovered fame. However, odd occurrences start to take place. There are suppliers that he has never met who are offering special deals, and invites to high-profile events are suddenly given to him. It is almost as if someone influential is pulling strings in his favor. Paris Buckingham, who is Carter's closest confidant, is also able to recognize the peculiarities. She is overjoyed for Carter, but she is perplexed as to why such an investor continues to be so difficult to find. Her fears are dismissed by Carter, who attributes them to her excessively protective nature. She wants him to investigate his partner's history more thoroughly, but he dismisses her misgivings. He tells her that the world of luxury goods and investments is one in which anonymity is considered to be the norm. Next, Carter is surprised to receive an invitation to an exclusive fashion event that is being thrown by some of the most influential personalities in the industry. This invitation arrives just before the evening. It is probable that his investor is aware of the fact that the invitation is signed with a name that he does not recognize. Paris, who is known for her persistent pursuit of the truth, investigates the name. As a result of a few phone calls, she comes to the realization that this host is, in fact, a person who has connections to Sheila Carter. Carter is confronted by Paris. When Paris confronts Carter with this new evidence, Carter first rejects her notion. Paris is armed with this new information. He finds it incomprehensible that Sheila, of all people, would be interested in his brand given the circumstances. Despite this, Paris continues to continue his investigation, revealing every questionable element, including the secrecy, the connections that appear to be random but are actually beneficial, and the favors that have been bestowed upon him since the investment began. Carter reluctantly agrees to conduct additional research after coming to the realization that his brand and possibly his reputation could be negatively impacted by the situation. After receiving the documentation from his investor, he examines it thoroughly, making sure that the names, contracts, and laws are correct. But Sheila has done a good job of covering her traces. There is only one piece of evidence that leads to something more sinister, and that is a concealed clause in one of his contracts. However, the information is still so ambiguous that Carter cannot be positive of it. Over time, he gradually comes to terms with the reality that this could be Sheila's way of making her way back into his life, and consequently, back into Forrester Creations. He reflects on all he has been told about her, including the lies, the manipulation, and the deceptions that she has committed. If it is true that Sheila is his investment, then her motives cannot possibly be anything positive. Conferencing or remaining silent? At a time when the launch of Carter's brand is drawing near, he finds himself struggling with a decision. He has put in a lot of effort to transform his goal into a reality, and the potential of the brand is something that excites him more than anything else. Nevertheless, the whole idea of Sheila playing any role in his vision causes him to feel a sense of dread. If he were to share his doubts to prospective customers or allies, he is concerned that they may withdraw their support for his brand out of fear for Sheila's reputation at the same time. Keeping quiet, on the other hand, means enabling Sheila's influence to poison everything that he has successfully constructed. Paris encourages him to address Sheila head-on, but he is hesitant to do so because he is aware that any confrontation with Sheila would be risky and unexpected under any circumstances. Instead of doing that, he makes the decision to seek guidance from the Forresters. Upon hearing his notion, Steffi instantly expresses a desire to completely sever all links with the brand in the event that Sheila involves herself. However, Eric, who is known for being the voice of reason, expresses caution. In order to avoid taking any extreme measures, Eric recommends that Carter first gather some tangible evidence, uncovering the last secret. Sheila Carter is hanging above Carter, and his dream is dangerously poised against the shadow of Sheila Carter. Carter is at a standstill. It is becoming increasingly clear to him that he must make a decision as the big inauguration of the brand draws near. Either he must reveal his investment, or he must accept the tainted success that would result from Sheila's involvement. An extravagant event attended by celebrities, members of the press, and fashion insiders. The opening night has finally arrived. The moment Carter goes onto the stage, he notices Sheila in the audience. Sheila's eyes are fixed on him, and she smiles in a way that is both knowing and cunning. At that very instant, he comprehends the intricacy of her scheme, as well as her game of manipulation and control techniques. However, when he meets her eyes, he comes to the realization that although Sheila may have her hooks in him, she does not possess his brand, his goals, or his future. Carter has made his choice quite obvious. He will not conceal the truth, regardless of the consequences, since his honesty is more important to him than any premium brand could ever be expected to be.